sky overhead, a fine sunny day, but a stark reminder that we're in the dead of winter if you look at those trees in the background. Inclusion, a very promising one from the Gay Waterhouse stable, is long odds on $1.40. Halls of Assembly from the Rod Craig stable with Darren Beedman on board, $4.70, and Crime Wave at $9.90. They're the only three under double figures. Now, Wayne Harris's late mail, 3, 2, 6 and 5, 3, 2, 6, 5. Now, we've got a jockey change in the first in Brisbane on number 7, Cauldron. It's Dale Evans, apprentice, on number 7, race 1, Eagle Farm, for which the Sky ratings are I Realise, 100, Merv's Wish, 90, British Busker, 83, and Yogi's Edition, 83. Market on the first there is coming up, and I Realise at 380, British Busker, 320, Yogi's Edition, 980, Merv's Wish, 510, Naked Eye, 820, Splendido, 31, Cauldron, 860, and Genteel Boy, 41. Over to Cadazzle, 86, and it's 10 minutes to a start in a Class 6 race to open proceedings at Eagle Farm. Here's a late scratching in Brisbane. It's race 6, number 6, Sunday Jester comes out. Race 6, number 6, Eagle Farm, a late scratching. And in the same race on number 10, Shannon Lee, apprentice, Dale Evans again. D. Evans on number 10, race 6. Now, they are behind the gates at Royal Randwick for the first of the day, and winter racing has been given a little bit of spark this year with the Corey Brown versus Darren Beedman tussle for Jockey's Premiership honours. Now, Corey is under suspension. He'll be at home watching us, hopefully, and you can bet your life that he will firmly have hold of the tail of every horse that Darren Beedman rides today, including Halls of Assembly in the first. And without any further ado, we head off to Royal Randwick and we say good day to Ian Craig.
And John Tapp joins us now, and hello to you, John, and to our Sky Racing audience, and welcome to Randwick on a lovely morning. Now in goes Inclusion, the favourite. Just repeating, Inclusion, $1.50 now on the tote. He is a little better here on track, and there's been a little move at longer odds for Verino. Now 3 to come up to line here at Royal Randwick. Halls of Assembly, who moves in now. Kessier is following it in, and Mustard will be the last. Track is good. The rail is out 3.5 metres for the program today, and this is the 100 years of following the Sapper handicap. Johnny McNair trains Mustard. In it goes. Rodney Quinn aboard. Rod, of course, the rider of Lonhro, who trialled brilliantly yesterday. Set. First of the day here at Royal Randwick. Gates are back, and there they go. They jumped in a perfect line, and Verino is the early leader from Halls of Assembly. Inclusion a length away, third, followed wider out by Mustard, and then Iron Cross in the middle. On the fence is Crime Wave, and Kessier, pulling hard, is at the rear of the field. Working down the back of the track and going along towards the 1200 marker, and Halls of Assembly is the leader now. Mustard's raced up to its quarters second, a length and a half away third. The Hot Pot Inclusion on the outside of Verino, followed closely by Iron Cross and then Crime Wave, and the old mare last Kessier as they work out of the back section, going down the side past the 1000 marker, and Halls of Assembly shows the way. An unusual roll for Halls of Assembly, about 3/4 of a length on Mustard, who's being tracked by Inclusion, who's got Verino on its inside. Another 2 lengths away next is Crime Wave from Iron Cross, and Absolute is Kessier. No change in the pattern, coming on past the 700, and Halls of Assembly in front. The second elect, about 3/4 of a length or so on Mustard, still being followed by Inclusion. Still on the inside of the favourite is Verino, and a couple of lengths to Crime Wave, racing in company with Iron Cross, and Kessier brings up the rear as they come around the corner, and Beedman has Halls of Assembly about a neck on Mustard, and Muntz is popping the question now to the favourite, and Inclusion is racing up to these leaders as they come down to the 250, and quickly Inclusion swept to the lead. The old mare on the outside, Cassie, has made up plenty of ground. Halls of Assembly sticking on pretty well. It's Inclusion. He's got to get stuck into it. Cassier at 8 years of age is battling on, but Inclusion's holding Cassier and Halls of Assembly. And down to the line goes Inclusion to make it 5 from 5. Second is Cassier, and third on the inside, Halls of Assembly. And then a photo fourth with Crime Wave and Iron Cross involved from Mustard, and Verino didn't raise the hopes of its supporters, and there were many at longer odds and finished Absolute. Number 3, Inclusion, ridden by Chris Muntz, has scored here. It has paid $1.50 and $1.20. Number 7 has run second. She at 8 years of age, rising 9, old enough to vote, well and truly, Kessia, and has paid $11 upwards. And there'll be no third for number 2, Halls of Assembly. Numbers to come, here they are: 3, 7, 2 and 6. Number 3, Inclusion, at $1.50 and $1.20. Number 7, Kessia, second, has paid $11.70. And number 2, Halls of Assembly, third. Insufficient starters for a third tote. The Quinella, $38.10. Exacta, $46. The Trifecta, $114.20.
Thanks, Ian. Well, he just keeps winning. Inclusion, unbeaten.
7 runners in the first. The favourite Dama de Noche, 230 Super Tab, better on track. And they're just about ready to go. Snick has drifted right out. It's the second pick. First of the day, the Qantas handicap over 1,000. Track dead, 4.85 the penetrometer. And they're set for the first of 8. The 2-year-olds over the 1,000 metres. And we're about to have them on their way. All clear given. They're racing in the first of the day. Pretty even line. Snick, one of the best away. Tycoon Ruler in the middle of the line is now showing some toe, and Dama de Noche, and on the inside Diamond and Ice is now kicking through, and then Chili Peppers and Tan Per Lad and Bun Reba drifting back to last. Diamond and Ice goes through on the inside with Bill Nolan to a clear lead now from Tycoon Ruler up to second. Snick third on the inside of Dama de Noche, so the favourite, the filly, fourth, and about 3 lengths off the lead. Bun Reba got up on the inside of Chili Peppers, and Tan Per Lad's out 3 wide last of the 7, 5 lengths off the leader. Diamond and Ice in front, 400 to go, leads half a length on Tycoon Ruler, still travelling pretty well. 2 lengths away, third, Dama de Noche. Tan Per Lad's been wide all the way, but putting in a dash now. Around Chili Peppers, hard ridden, then came Snick off the bit, and Bun Reba works into it well. Tycoon Ruler slipped away, turning for home. Bun Reba gets out though, and then came Snick. It's Tycoon Ruler the leader. Bun Reba 2 lengths away, but is finishing hard. Tycoon Ruler a length and a half in front. Bun Reba is charging at it. Tycoon Ruler, Bun Reba. Tycoon Ruler or Bun Reba, who put in a big lunge on the line. Could be Tycoon Ruler just, but Bun Reba's run has been excellent. They drew right away from the others, either Snick or Diamond and Ice and Dama de Noche for that minor end from Chili Peppers, and at the end of the field was Tan Per Lad after sitting wide. Close one in the first, I think Tycoon Ruler, but see, Bun Reba's head went down at the right time, right on the line, and Snick looks as if it'll probably hang on for third. Tycoon Ruler travelled well, Nashrewilla, and kicked away, whereas Bun Reba was over on the inside, but you could see it getting into the clear and it was charging. Made it very interesting on the line. The 2's hung on. Tycoon Ruler is the winner. Time of 60.3 seconds. Tycoon Ruler, Nashrewilla, the post has come up just in the nick of time for it. Over 5, Bun Reba, Stephen King, and 4, Snick, Brendan Fennick is third. Dama de Noche first up. It was close enough, but never really seemed to have any real input into the finish of the race. Was clearly beaten and has ended up fourth. So the numbers are 2, 5 and 4. Tycoon Ruler now winning 2 in a row, trained by Jim Marconi. It's by Last Tycoon out of Sweet Delight, who was a fantastic mare out of Rancho Ruler that Jim trained. And so Homebred and Tycoon Ruler gets the prize. 2, 5 and 4 in the first event. 11 even and 360, so it was pretty good odds for a Last Start City winner. Bun Reba, $8 the place, number 5. And no third dividend for Snick. So some big results there. Quinella, 71.90. The Exacta, $129.50. And the Trifecta, $612 in a field of 7. And those numbers are 2, 5 and 4 on the first. Chili Peppers, probably better for the run. Battle, really. Dama de Noche, perhaps slightly disappointing, but the run would do it the world of good, you would think. Snick battled, had a pretty good run. I think maybe disappointing overall. Tycoon Ruler running up to his fitness and form, and Bun Reba might be the improver out of the race. It got to the line very strongly indeed. That's the first there, John, at Moonee Valley. We've got 7 more to go here on a fine day, and the numbers in the first are 2, 5 and 4.
Okay, but the Eagle Farm market update, race 2.
Now, there's only 4 horses left to move in here. Ceto Star, Pamela's Hill Stablemate, Unbridled Jest, and the other one away is Canvas. So 210, 120 in New South Wales, about number 1 Al Megdam, 340, 130 Polar North. Well, tried to beat Almegdam at 590 and 170 for Magic Marvo. Now Ceto Star comes forward, and we're waiting for Pamela's Hill and also for Canvas. Canvas in the familiar colours of Jeff and Beryl White. White purple star hoop sleeves. I wonder how many races the Whites have won since they started in this magnificent industry. They've had some great horses, haven't they? Well, Pamela's Hill is in, and here's Canvas walking forward now. And of course, 7 letters in the name. The Whites like to have 7 letters in the names of their horses. Anyway, they're all set, ready to break. 1600, race number 2 here at Randwick. They're off this time, and the grey Azam Valley from the inside bounced out in front. Oh, a swarm of horses going out after Azam Valley, including the favourite Almegdam. Upton's right up there, and not far away as Unbridled's Jest. And Classic Matters moving forward, followed by Cabinda, and behind those Magic Marvo, Canvas. A length of Pamela's Hill and Ceto Star. Well, Pamela's Hill dropped off sharply to last, and Polar North is second last. They race along past the 1100 marker here, and Classic Matter, the rank outsider, goes to the lead from Azam Valley. In third place, Upton just shading Almegdam on the rails. 2 Magic Marvo, and a half the outside next is Unbridled's Jest. A length and a half further away, Cabinda. 1 to Ceto Star. A bit more than a length the Canvas, followed by Polar North, and Pamela's Hill brings up the rear. Past the halfway at the 800, little or no change, and Azam Valley shows out. About 3/4 of a length on Classic Manor. Upton on the outside of Almegdam. 2 lengths to Unbridled's Jest, racing on the outside of Beedman's Ride, Magic Marvo. And then Ceto Star, Cabinda, followed by Canvas. Polar North is second last, a dozen lengths off the leader, and 3 behind Polar North is Pamela's Hill. They're on the swing now, and Azam Valley straightens up a length and a half. Almegdam got a beautiful run off the fence, and Almegdam cantered up to Azam Valley to join it and nose it. 2 lengths to Magic Marvo, and about 2.5 to Canvas, and Polar North's on the extreme outside, about 7 lengths from Almegdam, as Cassidy shows Almegdam the weapon. It raced away. It's looking good. Magic Marvo, Polar North battle on, but it's the hat trick for Almegdam. Almegdam wins it well from Magic Marvo and Polar North. Canvas fourth, and then Ceto Star, Azam Valley, Cabinda, followed by Unbridled's Jest. Good margin Upton. Classic Manor second last, and Absolute was Pamela's Hill. Too good for them. Number 1 Almegdam, he had a beautiful run in transit. Popped off the fence coming around the corner, and has paid $2.20 for the win, $1.20 for the place. Number 1, the winner, Almegdam. The second and third numbers will be coming up in just a moment. Magic Marvo, number 2, Darren Beedman, and it'll pay $1.80. And the third, and it'll be number 3, Polar North, Bernie Cooper, and the dividend $1.30. By Spinning World. What a week for the Spinning Worlds, eh? With Magic World winning on Thursday at Wyong. We had the very promising In Good Time returning to win on Wednesday at Canterbury, and of course Thorne Park last Saturday at Rose Hill. So just in the Sydney and near provincial region, the Spinning Worlds have been flying. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the way the handicapper likes them to finish, and that's the way they have run the surveying and mapping handicap. The official totes: 1 Almegdam, 220 and 120, 2 Magic Marvo, 180, and 3 Polar North, 130. The official fourth, number 4, the first 4 paid $80.10. The Quinella was $6.80, Exacta $11.20, and the trifecta $22.90. The winner's putting it all together. He's by Spinning World from Anoush, and he's raced by Sheikh Mohammed bin Kahila Al Maktoum, trained by Gay Waterhouse, the first 2 to Gay, and Jimmy Cassidy aboard. And scored by 3 lengths. Next, second and third, 136.75, 36.60 the sectional.
Yes, another one of the Mark Toom brothers starting to make his mark in Australian racing. And he's got a smart one here in Almegdam. Jimmy Cassie's Pride from the Jim Houlihan stable is all the rage at 260, ahead of Don Arch, a maiden hurdler, Real Tonic, Sir Cool, and Isla Tan. Eagle Farm dividends officially with correct weight. Love and Scandal, Michael Rod, $6.20, $2. Rafute at $3.50. Invoice at $5.30. Quinella $56.40, and the trifecta $1,490. And the first two winners at Eagle Farm, Naked Eye and Love and Scandal, both come from the Darling Downs, both trained at Toowoomba. Ready to go into the stalls now for the hurdle at Moonee Valley. Let's join Danny Malecki.
Thank you, John. The second on the card, a $40,000 hurdle, the Thompson Real Estate Flemington hurdle. And Zabil's Pride, the favourite, number 3, trained by Jim Houlihan. And this fellow's only had the 3 runs over the jumps. He's only had 2 runs back from a long spell, but he's always showed the potential. His last run was good behind the promising Specular. And it is a firm favourite, Zabil's Pride. From Don Arch, who's been racing on the flat and racing well. And Isla 10, number 6, has had support. In fact, it would be the best back runner, number 6. Moving into the gates with Liston going in. Isla 10 about to join up, trained by Michael Trinder. The Trinder family have had a terrific success rate, particularly here at Moonee Valley with their jumpers. Isla 10, who at one stage was with Gay Waterhouse as a 2-year-old, was a feature race winner earlier on in his career, but is now performing well over all of the jumps. Now Zabil's Pride is ready. It is the favourite. And they're locked away for race number 2. They're racing now. Oh, Zabil's Pride missed it. Stood in the gates and missed it about 3 lengths there, the favourite. Fortunately, he's got 2 miles to catch up. They come to the first hurdle, and Family Favourite got over it just in front of Real Tonic on the inside and Liston wider out as they approach the next. Sir Cool was handy. A length and a half away, Classic Kid in the green colours. It's back 5th. Zabil's Pride 3 wide into that first bend. And over on the inside, Don Arch, and drifting back to the tail of the field now was Isla 10. They head towards the 1,100 metres the first time around, and Family Favourite just the leader. Second is Liston, and they draw away 6 lengths in front. The pace is obviously pretty good here, and these two are clapping on the speed and have drawn well out in front. Liston a half a length to Family Favourite, and then 10 lengths away, third Sir Cool. 3 lengths away, Real Tonic, and then Zabil's Pride, who's sitting out 3 wide at the moment from Isla 10, Don Arch. Classic Kid now back last. Pace good, down the side the first time around, and Liston takes up the running now. Draws to the next hurdle, 2 lengths in front of Family Favourite. 12 lengths away, third Sir Cool. And then came Real Tonic, and 3 wide Zabil's Pride's never been on the track in this first lap. Getting up on the inside, Isla 10 has saved ground, and it's gone up to third now. Second last is Don Arch on the inside of Classic Kid. They're about to round the home turn with a bit over a circuit to travel, and the leader is Liston by a length and a half on Family Favourite. Family Favourite still has the inside running though, so it can go through and join the lead again. 8 lengths away, Isla 10 third from Sir Cool, and Zabil's Pride. He'll want to be pretty good. He's sitting out there 3 wide. He hasn't been able to get in closer. As they go past the jump outside the grandstand, they've got a lap to travel. So Zabil's Pride's up to 4th. He can get one off the rails now. Sir Cool is back 5th. 2 lengths away, Real Tonic. And then Don Arch, and 3 lengths to Classic Kid. Turning out of the straight, approaching the 1,600, and Family Favourite and Liston have been at one another right from the very start, which has virtually been a lap. Their margin is now 5 lengths on Isla 10, who's had a soft run. It's hugged the fence like a greyhound all the way. Isla 10 was third. 4 lengths away, Zabil's Pride, and then came Sir Cool, Real Tonic, Don Arch and Classic Kid at the first of the double along the side at the 1,500. Don Arch didn't jump it well back in the field, and it's Family Favourite and Liston together. Isla 10 getting closer. 3 lengths away, Zabil's Pride. Now Real Tonic starting to give chase from Sir Cool. 4 lengths to Classic Kid, and Don Arch is struggling. 1,200 to go, and Liston has been on the outside of Family Favourite all the way, but it just leads it now. Isla 10 a length away third. Zabil's Pride's handy now 4th, about 4 lengths from the lead as they draw to the next hurdle, and then 2 lengths away, Real Tonic from Sir Cool, Classic Kid. Don Arch struggles 4 lengths away. Liston shoots away. Family Favourite look beaten, and Zabil's Pride and Isla 10 are giving chase. Real Tonic goes to 4th, and Classic Kid as Family Favourite dropped out of it. Sir Cool under pressure, and Don Arch. Down the side they head now, and it's Liston in front, but the challengers are coming thick and fast, and going up, Zabil's Pride's hit the lead despite racing wide early. He pours the pressure on now, gets clear of Real Tonic. Liston struggles, dropping out of it, Isla 10, then Classic Kid, but Zabil's Pride, Craig Durden asked for something more, and the favourite responds, and he kicked away 3 lengths in front of Real Tonic, and they've drawn well out in front of Liston and Classic Kid. Around the turn, one hurdle left to negotiate, and the leader is well clear, turning for home Zabil's Pride. 4 lengths on Real Tonic, who won't give up. 8 lengths to Classic Kid. 1 to get over. The favourite Zabil's Pride draws to the last hurdle. He's over it safely. 2.5 in front of Real Tonic, who's sticking on gamely. Zabil's Pride clear. He covered plenty of extra ground early on. Won it really well. Zabil's Pride the winner. Second in Real Tonic. 8 lengths away Classic Kid third. Liston did a terrific job to hang on to fourth. And then came Sir Cool. Isla 10 was disappointing with the run that it had. Don Arch was always struggling and not jumping very well, and family favourite. The effort took its toll. It was the first one beaten and subsequently finished it at the tail of the field. The time 3:39.6. In Zabil's Pride, number 3. Has put in a terrific performance. You don't like to see them sitting wide when you've backed them, particularly in a long distance race. He was 3 deep for about 1,200 metres, but it didn't matter. There was plenty of fuel in the tank. He might have had 2 tanks. Real Tonic, coming back from the National, you knew that he would continue to stay, and he did, and probably bridge the gap a little bit on Zabil's Pride. But when he had to raise the bar at about the 800, he did it comfortably, Zabil's Pride. A most impressive display. His racing has been well spaced in the last couple of years. In fact, this is only his 3rd run back from a break, and he scored pretty convincingly. Numbers are 3, 1 and 4.
Righto, Danny. Craig Durden wearing the Jim Houlihan colours, pale blue, black stripes and red sleeves.
So no change to the Beedman Brown situation. Darren Road hauls the assembly into 3rd place in the first, and ran 2nd on Magic Marvo in the previous. Repeating inclusion at Al Megdam. The first 2 winners today. Can Gay make it to 3 with Honey Rider? Well, time will tell as Dashiki comes up, and we're all set, ready to see them go. 1400 the journey here. Mark of Power gets a little bit edgy. They're off. Mark of Power didn't jump all that swiftly, and Honey Rider and Chapman first away, commencing well Unchained and very wide as Dashiki. Mark of Power starting to dart up on the inside, followed by Azrak and then Silver Duke Perrance. Range Hill is running very, very erratically in the early stages, wanting to get its head very high, and Red Leader's close up on its inside. They join the course proper now, and here Dashiki's having a shot for the lead and is being joined by Unchained, and Unchained about a neck. Dashiki to the side, 2 to Honey Rider, 1.5 to Silver Duke, a length to Chapman, 3/4 to Azrak, and then Range Hill, who's out very, very wide from Mark of Power, Perrance, and Absolute is Red Leader. They work down past the 700 marker, and it's Unchained leading about 3/4 Dashiki. Honey Rider's running 3rd, Silver Duke on the outside of Chapman, and Range Hill's having a torrid run. Mark of Power next inside of Azrak, and wider out as Jimmy Cassidy's ride Perrance in the predominantly pale green, and Red Leader's Absolute on the swing for home at Unchained, a length and a half on Dashiki, and now the rider on the favourite Honey Rider are referred to. Chris Munces popping the question to Honey Rider, and as they work their way down past the 200 marker, Honey Rider sprints to Unchained to head it off. Perrance try to get to Honey Rider, and nothing else a chance. Honey Rider the inside is just the leader, shifting ground a little, holding Perrance, and then Silver Duke and Honey Rider. It's 3 from 3 for Waterhouse today. Honey Rider narrowly, I'd say, over Perrance, and then Silver Duke, followed home by Unchained with Azrak, and further off was Dashiki, Range Hill. Good margin off Mark of Power, and the last 2 Red Leader and Chapman. Number 3, Honey Rider, written by Chris Muntz, 380 and 160. Number 8 will be second, and that is Perrance, written by Jim Cassidy, and it was showing at 290, and number 1, Silver Duke, written by Darryl McClellan, at $1.70. Honey Rider by Hector Protector from Special License. Gee, it had a lovely run in transit, and sat behind the pace, got the run in the straight, and after a short, sharp tussle with Perrance has done a shade too well. And there go the numbers, 3, 8, 1 and 5, and the official divs read this way in New South Wales. Number 3, 380 and 160. Number 8, Perrance, paid $2.90, and number 1, Silver Duke, $1.70. Quinella, $20.50. Exacta, $51 neat. Trifecta, $146.10. The first 4, number 5 ran 4th Unchained, and the first 4 on 3815, $1,512.90.
Right, Ian, thanks. Gutsy run Perrance from the Brett Partelli stable, and he certainly would have won in another couple of hops, but the post was a shade too close.
30 in NSW, about number 5. Pompey, Gary White. Plenty of horses racing at the moment, Gary, for his client Graham Mapp. Now here's Secret Decree walking forward now. Rosebeat, an interesting runner, now being trained by John Hawkes up here, hasn't started since February, since coming up from down south. They're all there now. 1100 is the journey, and they're off this time. Secret Decree, Magic Duck and Pompey the smartest out. Vita jumped nicely. Thunder Winner's not all that far away, followed by Our Jazzy Girl as they settle fully into stride. Behind those horses next as they work down past the 850 is Rosebeat. Now Pompey just the leader past the 800 now from Magic Duck, Secret Decree. Vita's on the inside, and then Brief Moment between on the inside Thunder Winner and Our Jazzy Girl wider out. Then Snatch It, followed by Rosebeat and Play Mistress. Working past the 550 and the leader Pompey from Magic Duck with Vita behind them third. Fourth is Secret Decree, a length the Thunder Win, Brief Moment, Our Jazzy Girl, Rosebeat entrenched, and the last couple Play Mistress and Snatch It around the corner, and up the rise they come, and Pompey is the favourite and leads a half length Magic Duck, Secret Decree, Vita on the rails, Our Jazzy Girl, and then Brief Moment, Thunder Win and Snatch It on the outside. Rosebeat with nowhere to go, but Pompey accelerates now, and Pompey put 2.5 lengths on Magic Duck and then a swarm, but Pompey untroubled to win it from Magic Duck. Secret Decree's prominent for third with Brief Moment and Vita, and Our Jazzy Girl's not far away, and Snatch It got home well. Rosebeat had no luck down the running. Thunder Winner's run second last, and Play Mistress was back at the rear. Gee, she won well, Pompey. Number 5, Pompey, ridden by Darryl McClellan, has paid $4.40 for the win, $1.70 for the place. Number 6 will be second, and that's Magic Duck, and it'll pay $2.20. Oh, it's a very keenly contested go for third. Secret Decree's very prominent there too. And number 3 will just hold the tote for the third horse until the number is semaphored. The winner, Pompey, looked very, very good by Just Awesome from Blazing Palace, a brown filly, a 3-year-old, trained by Gary White for the Hobartville Stud Syndicate, managed of course by Graham Mapp and his family, and this was the filly's 11th start today for her 4th win, so she's certainly more than paying her way. No numbers up at the moment. The time is 1:05:32. That'll stand as a record, first running under the conditions and the distance. Rosebeat, gee, it didn't have any room in the straight, so forget it ever went round. Vita, the run will do it the world of good, but Pompey has won and won it easily. Now let's see what the judges are doing here. We've got 5 the winner judges. 6 is second. Here we go now. They're putting the numbers up. We seemingly have sometimes a delay with the semaphoring of numbers on Sydney racecourses. Maybe the system is becoming a little antiquated. Number 10, Our Jazzy Girl, is the official third in a swarm, and number 3, Secret Decree, has run officially 4th. 5, 6, 10 and 3.
Good, Ian. Quinella 1360, Exacta 2590, and the trifecta 475. That was the 4th at Randwick. Now, we've just been in Flack, and we're right on start time at Moonee Valley for this third race, and the breeze is freshening there. Looks a pretty cool afternoon. It's an open 3-year-old, and here is Danny Malecki.
And they're just about set for action. Maloo the favourite, easing favourite, open race, set to go. And racing now, caught them in a pretty good line. Awesome Ruler's going to drift back with Dream a Lot. Violent